It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their enigmatic quarterback, the Heisman winner from Baylor. It's Robert Griffin III.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Griffin. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Griffin looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. The gun. Griffin gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is RG3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And this one is right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the #1 or #2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
Back to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here we go. 8, read.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Griffin. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
We got 4.
Operating from the gun. Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Set. 60 out more. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Big trip.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Let's go. Get
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. It's Griffin. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Griffin. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Griffin. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the offense onto the field once more, led by O.J. Howard. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Players spotlight time now. Robert Griffin III. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Griffin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Griffin to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Griffin. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Griffin. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll get into the end end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
You ready? Max 50, Max 50.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check.
Ready? Now.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Set 70, Indy. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
and the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now on 2nd and 13, Griffin. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll drop the throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. On 2nd and 7, Griffin looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll come out in the pistol. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Griffin, that's complete to his receiver, Kane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. And he fires one, but incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. 50. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Thomas has got it. Complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax. You don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Griffin. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs now down by a field goal, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving them nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. They go play action with Griffin. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Here's Griffin to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Griffin. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And this one is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now less than 2 minutes to go here in OT in a 3-point game. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Chiefs, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.